Hello, my name is Nurshazatul Shazwana Binti Azhar and my metric number is 270189. Leadership is regarded to be among the most important parts of the business operation. Each project manager does have a series of strategic leadership functions and obligations based on their status in the organizational system. Effective leadership, monitoring and evaluation, worker and process assessment, work attitudes and more are all examples of leadership positions and delegation of responsibility used in the business setting. Effective leadership is a critical role that a senior employee must perform. Representative of a field or a system need to be responsible for monitoring and evaluation. They also must communicate between several senior managers and draw procedures to ensure the safe operation of the company. Aside from that, several of the normal organizational support duties and obligations of a direct supervisor is to analyze workers and processes. A developer, for example, is in charge of the performance of its group mates. Executive one on each side might have been in charge of overseeing the sections and ensuring that they function properly. Leadership is a crucial role that contributes in optimizing value and meeting organizational goals. A head is accountable for not only overseeing but also mentoring their own subordinates. A director can boost motivation by securing total cooperation over their own subordinates required to work to the best of their abilities while pursuing a single goal. Finally, a director may be able to foster a healthy work environment.
Good morning to Doctor and everyone. My name is Hau Run Quan and my metric number is 277496. So today I'm going to explain the concept of internal stakeholder and internal customer. First of all, I'll explain the concept of internal stakeholder. So what is stakeholder? Stakeholder is an individual or group that can affect or be influenced by a company conduct is referred to as a corporate stakeholder. In 1963, the term stakeholder was first used in an internal Stanford Research Institute message. According to the document, stakeholders are those groups without whose support the organizations would cease to exist. Stakeholder can divide to two, that is, internal stakeholder and external stakeholder. Individual or group who participate in the management of the organizations are referred to as internal stakeholder. They can influence and be influenced by the organization's success or failure because they have a personal stake in it. External stakeholders are those who are not part of the management team but are affected in some way by the company operations. The term third party refer to outside party who are a part of the working environments. Secondary stakeholders are another terms for them. They are the individual that look at the company's finance data to figure out how well it is doing, how profitable it is, and how liquid it is. Individual or organizations, they are not linked with the firms but they are interested in or are influenced by its success are referred to as external stakeholder, example, customer, regulator, investor, and suppliers. The concept of internal customer. Internal customer are everyone in your company who will sign off on your quality management project in the end. Internal customers are employees of your company who require assistance from another person or department in order to perform their job. External client, on the other hand, are persons who pay off your service but are not connected to your business. As a reader, here are a few tips for managing internal customer. First one, every requirement and specifications should be documented, and the paperwork should be subsidized be utilized as a formal agreement from the project, including both sides significations. Second, establish that you, not your team's member, are the primary point of the contact of the project to keep communication simple and straightforward. The third one, recognize the team's culture of your internal customer and speak their language in your interactions. The importance of communicating with your stakeholder in today's corporate world is critical to understand your stakeholder. Stakeholder considerations is critical for keeping them on board. This requires developing long-term beneficence and profitable partnership. Stakeholder dialogue aims to create trust-based, multi benefits collaborations. Listening to and understanding stakeholder viewpoint and comment can help shape to improve a company's overall operations. Continuous consultations, on the other hand, is frequently used to track a company programs in terms of stakeholder aspirations and to boost by it. Changes to the company directions or branding may be discussed with stakeholder. Stakeholder engagement has a number of advantages, including improvements in directions making, increased stakeholder certifications, and project success.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammed Yushaiman bin Muhammad Yusoff. Our biometric number is 264776. So I will continue our presentation with my part, which is the importance of leadership in quality to internal stakeholders and customer. The first one is encouraging creativity. Good leader will put their own emotion aside and allow its employees to voice itself in terms of developing innovative thinking and discovery, which is might propel a company through the next century. As example, a director may option to give a side project in terms of engaging employees to be quite creative. The second is motivation. Every company mission depends on all over its employees' motivation. A good manager will suggest that effective employees own the strength for doing given job, and good manager also will inspire his or her staff. And then the member might also be motivated via incentive. The third is conflict resolution. Conflict that threaten a sense of teamwork, productivity and motivation are resolved by a productive leader. To terminate this agreement, a leader must analyze the situation, generate a shared knowledge of the problem, execute solution and embrace a solution by consensus. Contract, which is never said all the issue are being prevented, incorporate inside the involvement of whole crew. A worker might have to resign immediately. Make a concession. Several of the people involved will also have to resign immediately. So the last is communication skills. Excellent communication between team leader and team member is required for effective and efficient task coordination. Communication is the exchange of ideas, information and message between a person in a specific location and time through spoken, written or gestural means. A capable leader will be able to properly convey the organization vision, value and direction to the firm's team member or people.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shahirman bin Aziz. The number is 856 and I present about discuss the managerial implication and challenges faced by quality department. Managerial implication explain the effect of the findings in any especially terms of action. Managerial implication make any comparison in the findings to the action standard and also make a recommendation action to take. Managerial implication need to be limited to the information presented in the report compared to how put the findings into the practice. Managerial implication should follow the objective in terms of sequence, summarizing the responses to the question and asked and the evidence supporting the replies. Managerial implication may reveal the more information is required for greater assurance. Should also serve a reminder to the reader of the reader's limit. Challenges faced by quality department. The first one is management commitment. The majority of the issues that the quality department face are related to the management commitment. It is due to upper management's inability to effectively transmit pertinent data to management. In addition, top management must play a part in identifying and defining the detailed cost and justification, associating a time frame and obtaining approval for completing or necessary action. If senior management can play their role flawlessly, the quality department will have no trouble producing a product of such high quality. The second one is inadequate quality and productive planning. Technical and logistical capacity are difficult for the sales function to make any reasonable bids. This is because sales may be brought dramatically without a thorough team feasibility evaluation with stakeholder prior to putting the price as they agree. This deficit will have a bad impact on quality trade-off. In order to face challenges in technical and logistic, the feasibility evaluation is analysis of the risk also. This is to make sure the internal and external stakeholder are alert with client needs resulting from drawing and specification. Challenges number 3 is employee communication and engagement. This strategy is a two-way street that needs connecting the employee and soliciting feedback from them. Failure to create this connection will resulting in a drop in quality and productivity as well as the willingness of employees to contribute. Employees are communicated with through monthly meetings, posting result, newsletter and other means. The last one is procedure and instruction not writing or updated. This is one of the most typical result in a third-party ISO 901 QMS audit on firms that certify to this standard. The volume of document needed should be determined by the complexity and interaction of the numerous process. A more extensive version for the training documents will be needed for newly trained personnel or employees who didn't involve in the process for a specific period.
So, the next is how to enhance your leadership skill. The first one is analyzing your strengths and weaknesses. To improve our self-awareness, we must do an internal and external self-evaluation. Consider the difference between the sort of leader you are today and the type of leader you want to be. Consider what other people have said about you, such as whether you have any recurrent qualities or faults that are regularly mentioned. Concentrate on improving your strength over time in order to become the best version of yourself while minimizing your weaknesses. The second is we can seek a mentor. A good leadership mentor may assist you in quickly improving your leadership abilities at work. For example, you may have one mentor who will help you improve your public speaking skill, while another mentor assists you with workplace dispute resolution. Learn how the mentor get things done with the help of others, how they get others to cooperate, how they encourage people, how they make objective, and so on. Agree on mentoring goals and a timetable. When you have found a qualified mentor, approach them with a mentoring request and they have accept. And the last one is study leader that you admire. To improve your leadership abilities, you should seek inspiration from other leaders. Identify the attributes of leadership that appeal to you the most. Learn about their past, the ups and downs they have faced, life lessons they have learned, and encouraging comments. If the leader is approachable, one option to study or learn more about them is to talk directly to them and ask questions and advice about their experience.
Now I will present about latest trend regarding to quality leadership. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted airline operations. The restriction from air travel has been affected by international border bans to prevent virus spread. Chancellor Tony Fernandez is the example that has quality leadership facing the crisis. During the crisis in recovering Asia Airlines, he has done things that many could not expect when taking the crisis as an opportunity to create new business unrelated to the airline industry. Asia Group also successfully raised 336.46 million through two tranches of private placement and partial recovery of its stock price. To know more about this, let's hear the news. Good evening, I'm Izzati Muhammed, sign in with the latest updates only on Purnama News. With the sudden emergence of worldwide pandemic COVID-19, organizations are beginning to realize the importance of high-quality leadership to maintain operation. Asia also experiences struggle with the airline stock price dropping by 65% in 2020. The high quality of leadership shown by the co-founder gives the big chance and hope for both internal stakeholder and customer to continue the vision to serve the customers. While facing the crisis, Chancellor Tony Fernandez said he wants to be the best delivery guy in town. When pandemic hammered air travel during the second quarter of 2020, Mr. Fernandez was early to read the trends and understand the need of diversification while restructuring his airline venue. Through his leadership, he can manage to make Asia Airlines survive during the crisis and do diversity in business by launching a food delivery business using a super app.
As a conclusion, a person's or a collective capacity to inspire and enable others to contribute of an organization is referred to as leadership. The importance of leadership may be described as the ability of a captain to offer direction. Leadership is defined about a person's or a team's capacity to control, direct or attract the audience or companies. A communication network that extends both horizontally and vertically within the business as well as externally to consumers and suppliers is part of an integrated approach to managers and leadership of a company's quality department. The majority of the issues that the quality department face are related to management commitment. Failure to establish those connections might lead to information gaps in each of these ways, lowering quality and productivity along with job performance to contribute.